Hello, everyone. Okay, so today I decided to talk a little bit about my experience with a 5 days water fast. Um, and initially, I didn't think it was necessary for me to be on camera and be like, "Hey guys, welcome to my channel." But after day three, I decided that everyone needs to do a water fast. So far, I've managed to convince 3 people to do it, which is great because the benefits are just mad. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what the science says about it, and then I'll tell you what I have experienced. It's basically you just go 5 days with no food, and you just drink water, and that's it. The first 2 days for me anyway. The first 2 days are like, oh, the hunger is real, but we'll get into that in a minute. I have like sort of like a breakdown of how it all goes day to day. So I'm just gonna be over here, checking my notes so that I'm not giving you like misinformation or paraphrasing stuff that I don't actually know. So day one of a water fast. So say you start your day one basically at the moment where you have your last meal, then you start your timer. So for me, my last meal was, wow, I don't even remember, but I had my last meal at 8 p.m. or before 8 p.m. So by 8 p.m. I had like my last bite and like the plate was washed and everything. And so I started the timer from 8 p.m., whatever day that was, and I officially finished today at 8 p.m. But I'm considering maybe instead of having my first meal at 8 today, I'll just go to sleep and then have my first meal as like breakfast. So day one of a water fast, what happens is your body begins to detox, and your body starts to make more ketones to prepare to shift into using fat as energy, which is, it's a good thing, right? And then day two, you have, I don't know how to say this word, cellular autophagy. Autophagy. I'm a medical student. I should know how to say these things, but it's fine. You have a rise in stem cells. You have DNA repair, changes in microbiome, and digestive tract healing. Because obviously, everything's getting flushed out. So it's like, woo. Okay. And then day three, ketones continue to rise. Stem cells continue to rise. You have a rise in growth hormone. Your hormones optimization increases. You have increased healing and increased energy and creativity. And from my own experience, that one is definitely true because day three was like, oh, it was great. Then day four, autophagy continues. Stem cells and growth hormones continue to rise. Continued hormonal optimization, decreased hunger and cravings. Yeah, that's very true. And you have an increase in energy and mental clarity. And then finally, day five, you have your highest surge of growth hormone. Stem production is in high gear. Your ketones reduce and your glucose increases. And your body has huge potential for healing and repair. Now, my own 5 days went something like day one, I was weak. Like, I could just lay in my bed. I just lay in my bed and just be like, oh my God, I cannot. And day two was pretty much the same. And it was a struggle because for, it was a real struggle. So basically, how this whole journey started is I saw a video of a lady who did a 21-day fast, and her transformation was just like amazing. And that kind of spurred me to want to try 21 days because at the time, obviously, we're all in quarantine and stuff. And so we're eating a lot of stuff and all the time. There's not really that kind of structure in terms of like, oh, it's lunchtime or it's breakfast or whatever. Like there is, but then there's also the whole snacking in between from just pure boredom. And so I was just kind of feeling like I have no control over my cravings whatsoever. And so let me try do a 21-day fast. And also, obviously for weight loss, because having broken my leg, I spent a lot of time not moving, not standing, mainly just bedridden for like 3 months, 3 months plus. And even now, like I can walk around, but I can't walk fast and I can't run and I can't exercise as normal. So I was just like, yo, I'm in bed all the time. I'm eating junk all the time. Like it was takeaway central over here. And so obviously the pounds piled on and I was just like feeling really rubbish in myself. Like didn't really enjoy being, I don't know, just being was just really difficult and just uncomfortable. And I was feeling constantly self-conscious when I'd wear anything that wasn't jeans and a hoodie. Like struggle. So I thought, you know what, we'll get the weight loss going. And I was really more drawn to the idea of mental clarity because it was feeling more like I was in a bit of a fog for a very long time. So I was gonna do 21 days with my mom. And on day one, she made, we call them vitumbuas. It's like dough, like fried dough, basically. And I was like, Ma, like, what's going on? She's like, oh no, we'll start tomorrow, you know, you'll be fine. I was like, okay, cool. Then day two, she made nshima. And I'm just like, you're just making all the foods that I love and you're not really helping the progress. So in my mind, I thought, she's actually never going to join me. So let me just start. And initially I was just thinking, okay, I'll do 3 days, you know, because I've never actually fasted a whole day in my life. And then 3 days was like, let me go for the 5. So I went for 5. But by day 2, I was like, yo, maybe we should go back to 3. Then I got to day 3, and in the morning of day 3 was like my worst morning. My leg was hurting. I was feeling super headachy, and I was just like, I'm just gonna end it today. But then when I got out of bed and I started to move around, it was like all of a sudden I had energy. All of a sudden I had time, and I was like, okay, what are we doing today? Let's do something, you know. But I can't do anything because we're in quarantine. So day 1 and day 2, I was hungry. I was weak and I was fantasizing about all the foods that I have not eaten yet. Like, I haven't had fish and chips. What life am I living, you know? And so it's kind of like you'll start thinking a lot about the food that you haven't eaten or the food that you love the most and all this other kind of stuff. And it can be so like, oh my gosh. And then I also had a headache. And my headache was consistent, like all the time, whether I was laying in bed, whether I was, I don't know, doing the grocery shop, like it was just consistently there. And having done some research, I learned that a lot of people experience headaches while fasting due to obviously the drastic drop in your blood sugar levels. And also if you consume a lot of caffeine, it can also be brought on by caffeine withdrawal. So for me, I was like, coffee in the morning, energy drink at lunchtime. So I think the main reason why I had my headaches wasn't so much the drop in sugar, but more the caffeine withdrawal because I consume caffeine like no man's business. So that was like consistent through day 1 and day 2. And then on day 3, I started to see more of the effects. So the pain in my leg basically stopped. The inflammation around like my ankle, because I can't really bend my ankle all the way without being in pain. And I was basically advised by the hospital that I need to wake up and take a paracetamol or 2, right? And then keep up my intake of paracetamol and ibuprofen every 3 to 4 hours. And so since I started fasting, obviously empty stomach and medicine, I wasn't really too keen on that whole idea. So I didn't actually take any pain meds. But then what I found is that there's no pain. There's no pain when I'm walking. There's no pain when I'm like just laying in bed. Because sometimes I'd feel pain, like sharp shooting pain in my leg, in my foot, when I'm just laying in bed. But the pain just vanished. The inflammation drastically reduced. And now I'm actually able to walk down the stairs without holding on to like the handrail in the wall, like, you know, still holding to the handrail, but the bend is a lot easier. The stiffness is still there, but it's not painful. And I saw that on day 3 and I was like, we're working now. Okay, great. And then the sleep. Oh, best sleep of my life. It's like I go to bed, I close my eyes, and then I open them again. And it feels like that feeling of like I've just blinked and it's daytime, but I don't feel tired. It feels like whatever, there was no dream, there was no disturbance, there was no getting up for whatever reason, and it was just sleep in its purest form. No wild dreams. I'm one of those people that remembers their dreams, and my dreams are very vivid. And these last few days, it's just been like, okay, I'm awake now. And then when I wake up, I have this clarity. The mental clarity is on another level. Sometimes I find myself doing stuff before I've even decided that I'm going to do it. It's like my mind will be like, oh, you know what? Let's get up and make the bed. And before I'm like, oh, but you know, it's like, it's quarantine. I'm not going anywhere. I'm already making the bed. And I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. And it gives you a lot of energy, a lot of, just a lot of energy. Like, I always felt like I needed the coffee to get me started in the morning. But now I just feel like I just drink a glass of water and I'm good to go. So your energy goes up like a lot. There's no sluggishness. There's no, you know, there's just no sluggishness. And what else? Yeah, I think that's what I got from it. I got better sleep. I got reduced inflammation in my leg. I got mental clarity. I got more energy than I've felt in a long time. And oh yeah, I lost a lot of weight. Not a lot, but like a lot. Because bearing in mind, I'm still on day 5. And so I'm down by like 4.5 kgs so far. And I'm going to do like a weigh-in later to, you know, close it all off. But yeah, the struggles is basically first 2 days, you're hungry. You can feel your internal organs as well. I don't know if that's a benefit or an, you know, the other side. I forgot what the opposite of a benefit, an adverse effect. Because like say, obviously you're drinking a lot of water, so you're peeing a lot. And when I go to pee, I can feel my bladder emptying. Like I can feel it going like that. And I'm like, oh, that's a bit odd, you know? It's just, yeah, I can feel my bladder. And it's really strange. And it's also quite fascinating. And the headaches, obviously, it's like, wow. But after a while, they go away. Day 3 is just, you have more energy. Day 4, you have an amazing amount of energy. Day 5, obviously, it's like, before 10. I think I woke up 2 hours ago and I've already managed to pretty much do everything that I need to do today. So the only thing left for me to do is to go and enjoy the sun. So I just want everyone to jump on water fasting. It's amazing. If you feel like you can't do water fasting, then you could try watermelon to give you like that bitter taste. Because I won't lie, my mouth feels so neutral right now, and I look forward to brushing my teeth just to taste a bit of something, you know. Because wow, it's mad. But yeah, I just really want everyone, to just try it. Like, even if you do just like 3 days, it's great, because by day 3, obviously you start to feel all the benefits, and maybe when you get to day 3, you might be like, I'll go the full 5, you know? Like, I don't know. Some people do 3 days, some people do 5 days, some people do 7, and some people do 10, I think. And 10 is like, you know, it's goals, but we're not there yet. So one thing that I did is I downloaded this app called Zero, and it keeps track of your hours, and like you can keep like a mood journal as well. So you can say like, oh, day 1 I'm feeling a bit blah, and it's got like emojis from like the saddest one to the happiest one. And you can add, you know, notes about how you're feeling, maybe talk about what you're craving and this other kind of stuff. Then you're able to track your mood through your journey. And also it tracks other things, like you can put in like how much sleep you're getting. It tells you how many people are fasting on the app as well, which is quite encouraging. I think last time I checked, there was like 609,000 people fasting. And there's different types of fast that you can do. There's intermittent fasting. There's OMAD, which is like 1 meal a day. So it just kind of helps you to keep track, and it has loads of like information as well. So they have a learning tab where you can see what kind of foods are going to break your fast depending on the kind of results that you want from your fast. And it will tell you things like the physiology of fasting. You can see comments from other people, like little Insta snippets and stuff. But I have rambled on for far too long. I just want you watching this video to really consider water fasting, because it's like the best thing I've done, literally. And so I'm considering just making it a part of my lifestyle. Maybe do like, moving forward, do 1 day of fasting a week, and for like sort of checking in and refreshing, do a 5-day water fast at the beginning of each quarter, especially January, because you know you pile on the foods and all this other kind of stuff, December, New Year's, partying it up, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's my intention, and just as a way of kind of keeping track and managing this vessel, I think, yeah, having like a regular sort of I guess schedule for fasting is also quite good, because then you can just regroup, reground, and just get back to center. And I feel like I'm really back to center, guys. Like I mean, look at me. Jeez Louise. It's like I'm not even having to put on this amount of it. I'm just really energized. And for like the last 6 months, I've been like, what is life? Like, I want to take it all back. Woe is me, you know? But now I'm just like, it is what it is, and this is where we are. So try water fasting. If you can't do water fasting, try watermelon fasting. And I apologize because it seems my camera keeps doing this thing of coming in and out of focus. But yeah, thanks.